Are you 0-1 too? Yay! One of us. One of us. It's just welcome to mediocrity. At least for now. At least for now. But welcome to mediocrity. It's not that great. You hope for more. And then you might get it. But most of the time in my shoes, you don't. So welcome to mediocrity.
Well, I ain't no bitch. That's why I still wear the jersey. Hey, get the fuck out of my driver's seat. What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Fantasy Fuck Around. My name's Tush. This is Josh. We in the building. Oh man. What is going on, dude?
Football. Yeah, football. We finally lined them up. Not just one game. All of them, except for this one, which is kind of a wet fart until recently, which is it's still
Dude, definitely needs a dipstick to check for oil on this one.
For those who don't know, you're kind of low, by the way. For those who don't know, Caleb Williams still not good as of right now. Now, if Ben Johnson can work his magic, I don't know. But right now, Caleb Williams not impressed. JJ McCarthy, not good either. He did throw a touchdown though, so he threw a touchdown to both teams.
Man, I thought it was the system. It was the system, man. That's what we got him. Not because we thought JJ was good. We thought the system was good.
Well, the system is good. It's JJ that's pulling it down.
Yeah.
But Sam Darnold did play well, so
yeah. Well, somebody else is pulling JJ down right now. Bears defense coming through. In this 12-17 affair on Monday Night Football, baby. Yeah. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is week 1. The points are in. Some of the games are finalized. This guy might have won ours.
We won. I always have to put that. We won.
Yeah. But definitely consult your GM. So, but yeah, football is back, and I'm excited. I mean, I couldn't peel myself away from my phone, constantly checking up the apps and trying to figure out which of my players I do have and which players I need to cheer against. And I gave up. I did football and waited for the Sleeper app update as far as notification of, hey, your guy won. So, but yeah, Josh, how was your first weekend of NFL football?
I'm sweating it out a little bit. I need Aaron Jones to not be existing because I almost got Josh Allen last night. You know who else got Josh Allen? Everyone and the Ravens. The most points ever in one quarter from a fantasy player, I believe, or at least from a quarterback. It was nuts. Whatever he did in the fourth quarter was insane. So
scoring over 15 points, nothing big.
Just say what I'm still on the thing of. Don't draft a quarterback in the first round. That being said, at least for week 1, Josh Allen was worth taking a swing at if you're in the later rounds. But it's Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. If you have them on your team, you're happy. They will not be in the panic in our wild card. It's the panic meter. Because after week 1, people panic the most, and then want to trade people. They want
to for trade
because what?
I already put everybody up for trade.
Right. Yeah. So people want to put all the trades and all that stuff, but we'll get into fact. I'll go over some certain players that people might be panicking over and whether or not you should or just hold off. It's okay.
Yeah, that's good. I mean the points are in. People are having feelings, mixed emotions for sure. A lot of heat maybe happening on the waiver. We do have some trade information to get into. But man, let's just freaking enjoy some of the beautiful performances. That should have started over. Oh well. Here we go. Top 10 bitches. All right. Note to self: it does not restart the song.
That's StreamYards, everyone. Certain things are great. Certain things are weird.
It is. But we're not going to get weird just yet. And that's a whole different show in and of itself. But yeah, we are at the weekly top 10, everybody. This is basically the gentleman that scored the highest, right? So we look at the top 10 in quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends. We don't care about kickers or defenses because they suck.
Unless you're Chris Boswell.
Dude, yeah. New contract, get them it. But we are going to be talking about them a little bit later when we talk about the waivers, talk about the streaming options you do have. But for the top 10 that we do have now, we've got your quarterbacks. Right. You alluded to it. Josh Allen coming in at the top, 39 points, probably 20 points of it just in the fourth quarter. But yeah, absolutely incredible job. I mean, 30 yards, not too much as far as his, typically what we see from him rusher wise, but 2 touchdowns on par, but nearly 400 yards passing off of 46 attempts with 33 completions for 2 touchdowns. Sick. Absolutely sick. Then you got Justin Fields coming in 30, right below him. We'll talk more about him, but he's definitely a very viable option with that Jets defense or offense looking pretty decent. Another weird one. I mean, I feel like I'm looking at the waiver wire from last year. Daniel Jones. Up in the top performance, setting a record as far as basically like scoring on every drive, which he was the first quarterback ever apparently to do it or within recent history. Absolutely incredible in their 33-8 rout of the Miami Dolphins. Then you got your boy, Lamar.
Yep.
Lamar Jackson. So much passing. He's such a great passer. He's really
all 19 of them.
No, he really is. But man, 70 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. And even though it's only 19 attempts, still high completion percentage as far as 14 of 19 for 209 yards and 2 touchdowns. Yeah, I know you want to vamp about your boy, man. What you got?
So here's the thing about Lamar Jackson. It's not his fault what happened last night. I got to defend him. But Josh Allen put a Superman cape on last night. And as we can see, what we got last night, that was the first time of all the games before Sunday night that a big player scored over 30 points. It's nuts. I know we had, because I think you pulled it up, like Justin Fields had 30 and Daniel Jones had like 29. Yeah. So
39, 30, 29, 29. Yeah.
Yeah. And as we can get to with the other running backs, you can obviously, I might be wrong, but put it this way. Spoiler, Zay Flowers was the number 1 receiver on the week. That Sunday night game, enjoy it. That was the game. It's going to be the game of the year.
So good. So far.
How the Ravens ended up screwing that up, I don't know. I blame coaching. But if you pull up Lamar's stats again, he only threw the ball 19 times. But with his stats, he still was a top 5 running back. Almost said that. Quarterback for the week. And because that's what he does. Even with Derrick Henry, he doesn't have to do a lot, but he still will be a top guy. But the thing is there's some guys on there that I would focus on waiver wire as we get to the penny.
Yeah, no, definitely. And Derrick Henry opening up a lot of the playbook too. Whenever you're just able to be that much of a threat, the defense adjusts and they're focusing on you. And they focused enough to get the fumble, which really kind of turned that game around. But other games that I wish got turned around, Justin Herbert getting 28 points, looking very good. His second year with Harbaugh there, getting 32 rushing yards himself, 34 attempts. It's no Josh Allen 46, but 34, then got Mahomes at 39. Just a lot of high attempts with some people, Penix 42 down there. But for Herbert, getting 318 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, did a great job against the Chiefs defense, who was scaring me a little bit, but hey, it's only week 1. But Patrick Mahomes in the top 10. All right. If you drafted him low, like he was falling to like 5, 6, maybe 7 rounds sometimes.
Like that.
Not a bad pickup right there. Because he comes in getting, actually, I think he was the lead rusher for the Chiefs, getting 57 rushing yards, 1 touchdown, and then 39 attempts, 24 completed for 258 yards and only 1 touchdown. So not that great there. But still, welcome back, Patrick, to the top 10. And also welcome back, Aaron Rodgers. 26 points, leveling up, got -1 rushing yards, but he's not a rusher. And especially at his age, come on now. He should have a walking cane or, some kind of scooter of some
Oh,
sort.
he's ayahuasca, dude. He don't need a cane. He's floating.
Yeah, he's high on life. But getting 22 completions for 244 yards and 4 passing touchdowns. I mean, come on now. Is it a fluke game? Is he just juiced to play against his old team in his old stadium? Or is this something viable that they've got with DK Metcalf, Jalen Warren that just signed to another contract, which could mess up Caleb Johnson's opportunities, as well as some other running backs possibly too. But for Aaron Rodgers, man, what are you thinking? I mean, is this legit or is this a fluke?
Aaron Rodgers, yes. His offensive coordinator, Arthur Smith, no. Because it's only what I give it week 3, he's going to have Jonnu Smith taking snaps. And there was almost a pitch. They ran way too many gimmick plays with Jonnu Smith. So if anything that I took from this game is Jonnu Smith and Arthur Smith are just, they love each other.
Smiths love Smiths, bro. Bro, I loved it. I picked up Jonnu as my Mr. Irrelevant in one league. And I'm like, you know what? Now's a good time to trade.
Right.
Now's a good time to put him on because he has some heat. As well as some other people do to finish out the quarterback list. Jalen Hurts. I mean, putting a little bit of a hurting on Dallas, but that was a better game than I think most people thought possibly. But he got 24 points, 62 rushing yards with 2 rushing touchdowns and 19 completions for 152 yards and 0 passing touchdowns, much to the dismay of every A.J. Brown owner and everybody else. But Michael Penix right behind him at 24 points, having a good showing. Really kind of seeing maybe possibly what that offense could be. I mean, it wasn't like a shootout by any means, but it was definitely very contested and a good game. He got 21 rushing yards and 1 rushing touchdown and 27 completions for 298 yards and 1 touchdown. So very respectful, kind of start. I mean, feels like haven't really, gotten Penix much last year. Just like JJ McCarthy, kind of feels like this is his rookie year. Right. But on the converse of that highly contested match, Baker Mayfield coming in with 23 points, getting 39 on the ground, 17 completions for 167 yards. Looks like shit, but 3 touchdowns. Yeah. I mean, for the latter part of it, the Penix Mayfield, kind of matchup there. I mean, really just the AFC South or NFC South. Like, what to think of them? I mean, last year it was a clusterfuck. They had a team that got into the playoffs that was barely above 500, I believe, and just looks messy. Are they tightening it up this year? It's already kind of contested, but is that something you're going to be targeting at all?
Atlanta and Tampa, yes, but the other 2, no.
What? No Saints?
No.
No Kamara? No Chris Olave?
If you have him on your team, yes, you're fine. He got you a touchdown. Like, a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. His name is Alvin Kamara. He's going to do that for you every week. Yeah. But the rest of the team, no. Like, Chris Olave looked okay. I guess Juwan Johnson, because if he gets targets as far as tight ends are concerned, the team's terrible. Like, the roster is terrible.
Yeah, it really is. It's sad.
It's going to – I give it 6 weeks. If they're 0-1 or they're 1-5, they're going to implode.
Yeah. I mean, how soon do we see Shook out there? That's your boy.
He didn't win a starting position. He's 27 years old. I mean, if you didn't win your starter, if you didn't beat Spencer Rattler out, I don't know what to tell you.
Right. Yeah. And that was kind of the telling signs like, oh, man, Shook gets an opportunity. Yeah, he's a rookie, but he's old. Just as old. He's older than Rattler because Rattler's probably 25, 26.
His freshman year, he backed up Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Of college.
Yeah.
I know, and he'll always be a Louisville Cardinal, and I love him for the season that we got last year. I wish he was our quarterback this year, but he's old.
Yeah,
and he didn't even win the starting position. So
yeah, and really, it's just seeing that Rattler's the competition, and you lost to that.
Yeah.
I mean, there could be politics, there could be contracts at play, but I mean, moving on from quarterbacks, who do you think is going to be back?
I mean,
I guess who do you think is not going to be here next week, right? Sorry, just rephrase that question.
Depends on who Daniel Jones plays.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. With Michael Penix, he might not be because as we get to injuries, Drake London is hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So Michael Penix looked good, but if anyone remembers, every time Atlanta and Tampa play each other, they go off for a gazillion yards against each other. That being said, Baker's going to be. He might fall off just because all he really has is Ibuka. Mike Evans is not there, and I mean he's there, but he's not there. They just struggle a little bit. Plus, it's a new offensive coordinator. I don't think Baker has had the same offensive coordinator 2 years in a row, or at least if it did, it was once in his career.
Yeah, but this is kind of the rarity. I mean, it's usually about every year and a half, or at one point I think he had 3 coaches that were like fired mid-season too. So,
right. So
even worse than that gap.
His moxie and his talent should be a top 10 quarterback just what he did against Atlanta.
Yeah.
Thankfully, if you
Ibuka looking like it.
But Michael Penix is just because he lost Drake London and Daniel Jones. It depends on who they play because I don't think the Dolphins care.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the Bills Jets game next week. Obviously, we know what we got with the Bills. They're going to be an incredible team, championship caliber. The Jets, though, even though they lost, a good showing. Are they going to be able to keep that competitive energy up for the Bills at their own house again? And what exactly does that look for Field himself? That's what I'm looking forward to next week. But this past week, man, we got some good stuff from running backs.
Mm-hmm.
Derrick Henry,
Jesus,
the beast. 29 points, 169 rushing yards, which is crazy that you look at that list. The next 4 players combined is probably about that amount. But he got 2 touchdowns off of that. And also had 1 reception for 13 yards. Right below him, Bijan Robinson apparently did not want to rush that much because he only got 24 yards. But he did get 100 yards receiving off of 6 or 7 targets, getting 6 completions for 1 touchdown. And then Christian McCaffrey wasn't an issue apparently. But yeah, he only got 69 rushing yards, which really week 1. I mean, sometimes they can be pretty light, but getting 73 pass yards or reception yards. That one just, he had a couple big plays really, but just a lot of high passing opportunity, receiving opportunity for these running backs. James Cook, definitely no stranger to that either, though, but he got 44 rushing yards for 1 touchdown, 5 receptions for 5 targets for 58. I was hoping that was maybe 55, but 58 reception yards. And then Williams, J. Will, baby, getting 20 points off 54 rushing yards for 2 touchdowns, and then also had 2 completions for 10. Anybody in that top 5, man, that you're kind of excited about? I mean, Dallas, man, you made top 10.
Yeah, there you go. It helped that their defensive tackle spit on Dak Prescott. So,
oof, bro,
yeah,
that was wild.
So that way, Javonte Williams like, oh, okay, I could run here.
It was crazy. Like watching the game, it was just like, oh, Javonte touchdown. I was like, okay, and then, oh, Javonte touchdown. I'm like, oh my god! And immediately, I saw so many notifications. Javonte Williams on trade block. Javonte Williams on trade block. Because is this the best it's going to get for Javonte?
I think so. I mean, he might do it a couple more weeks, but their run game's just not that great. I mean, if Schottenheimer, he can do it. If he's anything like his dad, Schottenheimer coached a great game. I will say that. Schottenheimer did coach a really good game. CeeDee Lamb just didn't catch it. But what stuck out to me with the running backs is the fact that Christian McCaffrey, this is what he does when he's healthy. If you bring up a stat line again, how many touchdowns did he have? None. And he's top 3.
Oh, shoot. Hey, we actually have a sound effect for that now. If I can find it.
Yeah. Everyone's celebrating.
Yeah.
So,
well, maybe is he the Trent McBride of running backs?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, he's always been. He was no. Trey McBride is the Christian McCaffrey of tight ends.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay,
yes.
Okay.
But Derrick Henry, He should be tested. He is not a human.
Alien.
He's an alien. Him, Adrian Peter. He's even crazier than Adrian Peterson because Adrian Peterson got up there. Once he got up there in age, he did lose a step. He hasn't. He should be as much as he should be charged with abuse for what he does to DBs.
Yeah,
I mean they are scared. They are professional football players who get paid to play the sport and tackle people, and they still don't want to even test him.
Grown 250 to 300 pound men just getting thrown around like a sack of potatoes. It's so disrespectful. It probably is assault. I wonder if maybe those defenders actually have a case there. Mr. Haygood, our lawyer, let us know.
Yeah.
What's the legal options that those quarterbacks have against Derrick Henry?
Right. I mean, they literally took Damar Hamlin out when it's like, okay, this could be a run opportunity.
Yeah.
So they would keep Damar Hamlin out. But Bijan, I mean, 100 yards receiving. I'm worried a little bit about the run game itself.
Yeah.
But Bijan's too good he's going to overcome that. He's just too good. And so that's what I've got for those top five there. Is Chris McCaffrey? It's insane. He still got it, even with the calf injury. Like when he plays, this is why you draft him high. Bijan is being the Bijan that we're expecting to be, because that's why I would take Bijan over Saquon because of how they're utilizing him. He had 100 yards receiving. Now Saquon is a pivotal part of that Eagles defense offense. You should be. He's everywhere. Saquon's on defense. He's staying serving nachos. Like he's everywhere. But on offense, he's basically their guy. So that's why the AJ Brown and Devontae Smiths of the world are like, what the hell?
Yeah. Well, and for McCaffrey, he may have a bigger role. Kittle getting an injury, but we'll talk about that here soon because finishing out the running backs.
Yeah.
ETN. What? I need to check my prescription. I don't know if I'm reading that right. But Travis Etienne back in the top 10, getting 19 points, 143 rushing yards. Absolutely going off on Carolina. But also gets 3 receptions for 13 yards. And speak of the devil, Saquon Barkley. Right? You may pick Bijan over him, but Barkley's still in the top 10, getting 18 points, which was a little bit lackluster compared to the estimated or projected stat line. But getting 60 rushing yards, 1 rushing touchdown, 4 receptions for 24 yards. Very respectable there. And Chuba Hubbard. All right. Is this 2020? What's going on here? Chuba Hubbard in the top 10, getting 18 points for Carolina. Getting 57 rushing yards, 3 receptions for 32 yards, and 1 receiving touchdown. And then I don't know, this weird guy. Don't know who Dalvin Sampson is. I'm sure we'll talk about him in a little bit there in the waiver wire. But running back for Cleveland, getting 17 yards in an interesting match. Cincinnati coming out with a win, but I feel like they still lost. Anyways, he got 29 rushing yards and also got 8 receptions for 64 yards. Outstanding showing for the rookie, and actually the only true rookie in the top 10 this week. And then you got Devon Achane.
Yeah.
That somehow, even though your team loses 8-33 against the Indianapolis Colts, you can still get 17 points by getting 55 rushing yards, 3 receptions for 20 receiving yards, and 1 reception touchdown. That is a whole nother thing to talk about too, as far as Miami, what's going on there. But that bottom 5, what's standing out to you?
Achane not getting his targets. Tua was just flat ass terrible. Like there's no other way around it. He was just dog crap. Saquon, I expect to be there, top 10, no matter what it is. I expect him to finish as a top 5 running back. Obviously barring injury, but
Madden cover.
Right. Travis Etienne. If you have him, I would be excited based off of the news that happened today.
Yeah.
So it makes you realize that, okay, he's our guy. Now we'll get into the waivers with Sampson. Yes. Short answer. Will we pick him up? No, because he's on another team unless someone decides to drop him, not realizing that he just went off.
Well, in our league, yeah. But for the fine folks at home.
Yeah. For the fine folks at home, yes. I would target Sampson because I
I want
don't.
to talk to Samson.
Now they do have. Well, we'll get into that with the waivers on who the other running back is that isn't playing right now because he's injured. But no, it was Achane should be in the top 10. He was drafted as one of the top 10 running backs. As far as the ones that aren't in there, I still like what Ashton Genty did. So I'm good with him. And shout out to Bill Krosky.
Bill Krosky. He was a son of a bitch.
And he had a better stat line than Ashton Genty. So if you have him on your team, you're going to be happy, but you're also going to be like, who do I start?
Yeah. I mean, other maybe somewhat surprising showings, not in the top 10, but Kenneth Gainwell.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what does it look like for that running back room in Pittsburgh with the shares that they got?
Right.
Scatabo did not look great. Yeah. So if that was one of your darlings, hey, maybe he's just not ripe yet. Maybe it takes a few more weeks to get right. But anything else on running backs, brother?
Let me see if I can scroll down here. There was somebody. Breece Hall. He's still good,
bro. Not like an incredible, like overall, but man, there was like a handful of plays. Fucking phenomenal. There was one like a 40 or 50-yard run.
Yeah.
No,
he had that
it was a
burst.
screen pass, but yeah. Oh,
he had that burst.
Yeah, he looked good.
He was Breece Lightning again. So the thing is Braylon Allen does get the goal line. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
But where you were getting him because so many people were saying it's not his year.
Yeah.
Where you were getting him, hopefully you got him in like the 4th, 5th round, and you were happy.
Oh yeah. And kind of that running back room kind of feels similar to the Seahawks. Got Kenneth Walker.
We'll get into that in the wild card.
Got Charbonnet in that mix. Who knows? But it's only week 1. But also to wrap up some of the top 10, we got the wide receivers. Your boy Zay Flowers that you've been talking about. 28 points. Only getting 8 rushing yards. What a punk. But did get 7 receptions for 143 yards and 1 touchdown. Then my guy, Keon Coleman, he definitely showed up. Probably could have got another touchdown, but that's all right. But he did get 8 receptions for 112 yards and a touchdown that was not intended for him.
No.
And this is another one we're going to talk in deep later on. Quentin Johnston. I'm going to call him Silky. Quentin Silky Johnston. Getting 25 points. 5 receptions. Not a whole lot.
Nope.
But making it work because he got 79 receiving yards and 2 freaking touchdowns. And I absolutely hated it. And then we got Egbuka, right? The only running rookie wide receiver to be in the top 10 there at Tampa Bay. And kind of a low scoring affair. Still getting the point total. Getting 9 rushing yards, 4 receptions, but getting 67 yards and 2 touchdowns himself. And then Puka Nacua, even with a boo-boo, getting 23 points, 1 rushing yard, but 10 receptions, man. Yeah. I mean, that's where the points come from, as well as getting 130 freaking yards. Bro, maybe the Rams are good. But then also we got Deebo Samuel making his debut there in Washington, and he had a hell of a run as well. Getting 19 yards and a touchdown off of that. And also getting 7 receptions for 77 yards. Then we go up north to the Jets. We got Garrett Wilson. Second year, getting 23 points, 7 receptions for 95 yards and 1 touchdown. Then Michael Pittman, who I don't know how many times he's even been in the top 10. Probably can count it on one hand. Getting 20 points, 6 receptions for 80 yards and 1 touchdown in that high-scoring 33-8 win over Miami Dolphins. And then Hollywood Brown making the most of the dumbest freaking situation that happened again this year. Travis, Patrick, quit hurting us. Quit hurting your own team, god dang it. Freaking unbelievable. Crazy it happened once.
It's Taylor's fault.
and it's even weirder that it happened twice. I'm not going to subscribe to it. But Hollywood Brown is in, getting 20 points for 10 receptions, getting 99 yards. And then Keenan Allen back in the mix there with the Chargers, getting 20 points, 7 receptions for 68 yards and 1 touchdown. Josh, what do you got, bro?
I mean, we've talked about Ibuka a lot.
Yep.
For those who don't know, is like how did Ibuka do this? Well, he's a rookie receiver, and he went to the best situation of all the rookie receivers that were drafted at a high mark. He's about to run that in. JJ McCarthy just rushed in a touchdown. Okay, so yeah, he just ran one in. Like it was a called QB draw, like from like the 15th. That's right. We're watching the Monday Night Football while we're doing this, guys. So welcome.
Yeah. I also missed another touchdown because it's
Aaron Jones had a 27-yard touchdown.
Hey, look at him go. Did you get more points that you don't need in your win against me?
I don't have Aaron Jones. I'm going against Aaron Jones right now. I'm about to get freaking out Josh Allen.
Yeah.
But Ibuka, he went to the best situation. Tedrick McMillan went to the Panthers, and they don't look good. Matthew Golden went to the Green Bay Packers, and we'll get into it because it went to a lot of Packers. They spread the ball around. Whereas Ibuka, Baker has, because of Godwin being out and McMillan being out. It's McMillan. There's 2 McMillans I talked about, but Ted Rose we want to talk about with Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
But with all those being out and Mike Evans, he's got to have a second option. Now, if you bring it up, his targets were kind of low, but he still got 2 touchdowns. And people are like, well, it was just a one. I do not think so. I think this is an ongoing trend. So if you have Ibuka, which I do in a lot of my leagues, you'll be very happy. The other thing, Zay Flowers, he's not going to be in the top 10 every week. I mean, as we go in, Jamar Chase is nowhere to be seen. We'll talk about him in a wild card. But this is what happens. But as far as bring that up real quick, Tvshka, bring that back up real quick.
Wide receivers.
So as far as the ones that I will be excited that I have on my team is Puka Nacua. As far as I expect them to be here every week, is Puka Nacua here. Maybe Josh Allen has found his number 1 in Keon Coleman.
That's what I say to that gif.
Yeah. But I mean, Garrett Wilson, the thing with Garrett Wilson, he cannot be, it doesn't matter how bad of a quarterback you give him, he will show out. So I know Aaron Rodgers isn't bad, but I'm just saying this is his 3rd year. They were saying Justin Fields can't throw the ball. He can throw the ball. Can he read a defense? Probably not. He can't get through his progressions very, very fast. But when he finds his receiver, he can hit them. And Garrett Wilson is very good at getting open. So if I have Garrett Wilson, as long as Justin Fields gets enough time to do what he needs to do, he will be okay with that. And Keenan Allen, as soon as he puts on a Chargers jersey, he just becomes back to being awesome. So,
yeah, I mean, that one, pleasant surprise. So glad they chose week 1 to do that. Welcome back, Keenan Allen, you son of a bitch. But no, good showing. Will he be in the top 10? Tune in next week to find out.
Right.
But we are going to be moving on to the tightest of ends. And that is Johnson. Who is this guy? Who is Johnson? And why is he getting 16 points? And why is he getting 16 points off of 8 receptions and 76 yards? Then your boy, I'll let you say his name.
Brock. No, Bowers.
Yeah, all right.
Gibbs in the chat. He knows what I was going with there, but I'm not. It's the good Brock.
Yeah, not the listener type. But yeah, Bowers getting 15 points off of 5 receptions, 403 yards. May have gotten a little bit dinged up.
He's okay. He's gonna be okay, man.
Tyler Warren, thank you. Good Lord, so excited to have him on one of my teams. 15 points. Getting 3 yards rushing, but 7 receptions for 76 yards. And his rookie debut there with the Colts. Please, God, let that be real.
We found it. Took us 2 years.
Yeah. Can we please get more tight ends that are relevant?
Yeah.
And he wasn't last year.
No.
But Dalton Kincaid getting 15 points, being the number 4 tight end up until Monday Night Football. And getting 4 receptions for 48 yards and 1 tutty. And then Sam Laporta getting 14 points, 6 receptions for 79 yards. Fannin, don't even know what the freak his first name is, 14 points, 3 rushing yards, 7 receptions, and 63 yards. They're with Cleveland, and you can thank Joe Flacco for every bit of that, probably. But then we got Pitts, brother. Pity down there getting 13 points, 7 receptions, 59 yards. And then Travis Kelce down there in South Paul. I don't know if he should lose points or get more points for knocking somebody out. But he did get 13 points for 2 receptions for 47 yards and 1 touchdown. Definitely making the most of those 2.
Yeah.
And Noah Fant coming in with that bludgeoning of a game to watch with Cleveland and Cincinnati, getting 13 points, 4 receptions for 26 yards, 1 touchdown. And George Kittle, who unfortunately we're going to hear more about here soon. 13 points, 4 receptions, 25 yards, and 1 touchdown before having to leave the game. Tight ends. Are we good? Are we going to get actually 10 good tight ends to pick from?
You should. Fannin was interesting because DJ Moore just got hurt.
I saw that. And then Caleb Williams is slow to get up now too.
Yeah. Oh shit. All right. Stuff's going on, guys. Bear with us. Yeah. I'll get to my point. Fannin, if you have David Njoku, I would be a little, I don't know, because he got 7 targets from Joe Flacco. And Njoku was Njoku, sorry. Njoku. I'm going to get his name right. David Njoku. You know what I'm talking about. He was so excited to have Joe Flacco as a starting quarterback, and he was nowhere to be found on the field. So, and Fannin got all those. But Brock Bowers, as long as he's healthy, he's going to be freaking Brock Bowers, even with Mayer as the other tight end over there with the Raiders. But yeah, Juwan Johnson. He's all they've got.
I'll be right back. It's having issues again.
Yeah. But Juwan Johnson, he will be right back. Let me see if I can pull those back up real quick. Kelce, he only had 2 targets. So not real big on that coming back. But yeah, Juwan Johnson getting those targets. Tyler Warren is becoming exactly who I expected him to be. If you watch any film on Penn State, he was Penn State. So basically he's not as talented as Brock Bowers, but basically he had his usage at college was basically what Brock Bowers was at Georgia. So when he went to, I think it was a good situation he went through with the Colts because they really don't have Michael Pittman did well, but they still are targeting him very well. Kyle Pitts, I honestly would have taken a stab at him if he went further along, and I just didn't like any other tight ends around me. But if you've got Kyle Pitts, I still would be semi-excited, even though he's kind of been the butt of jokes. But he had a good game. And now that Drake London is out, Kyle Pitts might be a nice start. So with that, but then he might do stupid stuff. But Michael Penix is throwing the ball very well, which should get you excited if you're a Kyle Pitts owner. Travis Kelce, if you have him on your team, you have to start him. But I expect this type of output of just very few targets, even with Xavier Worthy out. But it's just because he's 36. That's pretty much why. So he's just a step slower than he was there.
Not that old.
And I hope Kincaid keeps going what he's doing.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. And thank you for carrying the torch. Having a little bit of technical issues with the back end of this. But anyways, yeah. So that is the top 10. Wrapping up with the tight ends. Let us know in the chats, who are we missing, right? Who's not in the top 10 that should be, that you think had a standout game? Who do you think will drop off next week? And who do you think will actually be jumping in? There's a couple of names I think you're really going to start jumping up here soon enough. And I really hope so I can get some trade value from them. Because, I mean, who doesn't like trade value? Josh, do you like trade value?
I do. I just don't like the people I trade with.
Anyways, I feel like do I have a system update? What is going on here?
Not sure.
There. No, all right. I guess I'm going to reset my system again. That's right. News and updates from across the league. Coming at you hype and hot because we actually may have some information about tonight's game. But Josh, what all happened in this incredible weekend of football Thursday, Friday, and Sunday night?
Games were won, games were lost, and people are already changing teams. That's right. Tank Bigsby has been traded to the Philadelphia Eagles for a 6th or 7th round pick. I'm not exactly for sure. You can talk to Adam Schefter about that one. But he is now a Philadelphia Eagle, which we alluded to earlier with Travis Etienne. They basically saw his production and said, might as well get value for Tank Bigsby, because when they came into the season, it was called a 50-50 start. That's how they were listed on the depth chart. Travis Etienne said, not on my watch. I am the running back. So Jacksonville was like, cool. They called up Howie. They called up Howie over there at the Eagles, and he was like, sure, I would rather have him than Will Shipley. It was what it sounds like, or at least try him out, because it's Tank Bigsby. He is a talented back. And of course, I'm pretty sure Howie sees 7 years into the future, so he knew getting Tank Bigsby for nothing was what he wanted to do after just week 1. And so hopefully Saquon stays healthy, because they have some insurance behind him. If not so. But that's what the trade that happened. As far as people got injured because the game is violent, which, DJ Moore just went off the field earlier, so we can monitor that. Caleb Williams is back on the field, so that's good there. We were alluding to it all episode, but Xavier Worthy has a separated shoulder from one friendly fire of Travis Kelce. Andy Reid says it's day-to-day. It's a separated shoulder. It's going to take some time to heal. So I expect him probably like 2 weeks. George Kittle, hamstring, out multiple weeks. They really haven't specified exactly, but multiple weeks probably means about 3 to 3. Because if it was more than 4, they could put him on the pup. Drake London did have a shoulder injury, but again, just day to day. I expect him to probably miss 1 week. Tyler Bass, hip. If no one watched last night's game, the story was Matt Prater basically got called in last night or the night before and said, "Hey, we need you to come kick for us." And he said, "Okay." And then Quinshon Judkins did not play against the Bengals. The Browns are hopeful he'll return, which we talked about with the waiver. We'll come up here with Sampson on how he did, because when Quinshon comes back, we'll see. He already has some legal issues and a bunch of other stuff, so I don't know about Quinshon. Evan Ingram went out against the Titans with a calf injury. Devontae Wicks, Matthew Golden, and Jaden Reed are all basically nursing a foot, an ankle, and a back. But they're expected to play. Jaden Reed will be hobbled all season long with a foot fracture. Brock Purdy, toe, shoulder, he's going to take the week off. They're hopeful he can play, but it doesn't sound good so far. So monitor that. Juwan Jennings with the San Francisco 49ers, he's got a hurt shoulder. Noah Brown's got a knee. He's limited. And so is Austin Eckler, limited in practice. So that's all I got for the injuries for that.
Well, I mean, looking back at the injuries itself, the trade even, what is the ramifications for that? Because, I mean, a lot of people before this trade, myself included, were thinking that Shipley actually would be a pretty good stash in case something happens with the Madden curse. So now that they have somebody else in the mix as far as Bigsby, who do you go with in that situation, right? I mean, who would be your stash, or who would you hedge your bet that is going to be the first behind Saquon Barkley if he gets injured?
Tank Bigsby. I mean, he's just a better overall running back.
Tank showed out the end of last year for sure, being the butt of a few jokes there in the fantasy world. But when you got a name like Tank, come on, man, let's go. George Kittle situation, right? Out a few weeks. There's always sucks, man, because I mean, such high promise for this season, high draft pick equity to kind of be out. But for those that may or may not have traded or for Pearsall in the offseason, how does that look for him? Does that mean we're looking more at McCaffrey? We're looking more at Pearsall? Is Juwan Jennings going to get in the mix? Some of these others, Sky Moore. Or what about Kendrick Bourne, who they actually just picked up today, I believe.
I know, because they picked up Kendrick Bourne in a 1 year. They need what they can because they're hurt. So every team does this, where they just pick up, every guy that was, a name that's not playing.
Gronkowski, come back, play tight end. We need you. Yeah. I don't care. Bring all your fucking sleeves and just bring your whole mech suit that you have to operate in, probably.
Right.
But yeah, man. So kind of sucks. Big Brock Purdy fan, as well as having him on one of my teams. Didn't have the best showing. I mean, better than Bo Nix, but man, I mean, just that 49ers offense. The whole team is just getting rid of it with injuries early on.
Shanahan, it's like ever since Shanahan got there, it's just been like the weirdest injuries. I don't know what they have in the water over there, but it's not good for the bones.
That's probably what everybody has in their water, which is a certain chemical that comes from firefighting, actually. It's soaked in the groundwater, especially a lot of military bases. VA rep today about getting some of the assumed disability for that. But yeah, no, I maybe it's just the way they prep. Maybe it's on their trainers. It's on their, dietitians. I don't know.
I don't know. It's so weird.
Just because they live in California. Maybe they're just getting taxed absurd amount that's ungodly and honestly inhumane.
The Chargers and the Rams are fine.
Dude, don't poke holes at the joke. Fuck. Just go with it. But also let's just keep going with it. Actually. So anything else for news and updates in the world?
No. Brock Bowers scared me a little bit. I think he's going to play through it because he's Brock Bowers. Austin Eckler, this is exactly what we expected. I don't expect him to play. He's old.
Yeah.
And like I said, if you have Bill Brasky on your team, and if you don't know who we're talking about with Bill Brasky, sorry, I can't pronounce his last name anymore.
Bill Krosky.
Bill Krosky. Yeah. Bill Brasky is the SNL thing. Bill Krosky.
Both are sons of bitches.
Yeah, both are sons of bitches. If you have Bill Krosky on your team, you should be happy right now. Not because Austin, I don't want to wish injury upon anyone, but he's doing what he's supposed to do there. But other than that,
yeah, I know we do have some chats. Kincaid was on my bitch. Don't, buddy. We've got a sound effect for you. Trying to think which one we should do for it.
Price is Right.
Yeah, we just do the Price is Right.
I feel shocked.
All right.
Fine. But we also got C3P Diddy. Oh, big dog.
That's right.
Game of the season. Can't hold anything back now. I mean, it seems like maybe some people held back as far as
the Dolphins did.
Play. Oof, God bless. Like they didn't hold back in the offseason of basically shipping everybody out. But yeah, damn. We traded once, Josh.
Yes, and who won the trade? You did. So that's why I don't like trading with him.
Here we go.
It's more of jealousy than it is of me not liking you.
Yeah. Hey, here's a good question though from a Jackboy 211. Do we buy low on JJ?
You can. If you're in a fab, I would take a stab at him.
Yep. Yeah, I would say it depends on the league, but if you have a secure first quarterback,
yes,
and JJ being your second option, go for it, man.
Go for it.
Because if you hit, man, that's going to feel so good. If you don't hit, you bottom low. And at least you got a decent backup for that bye week that you're going to have to play somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Jefferson, he's the GOAT, man. He's like one of the best ever.
Top 5 receivers in the league.
Yeah, got the diamond on the wrist. Thank you. And then sad face, high face. Okay.
He's talking about the Dolphins.
Yeah. Oh, it's Chris, man. I thought he was talking about getting high.
I mean that too. Like his symbols have multiple meanings.
Yeah. They have so many freaking meanings.
Yeah.
Meanings. Sorry.
I just want to know where.
Did you sound an alarm?
All the time.
Oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen, we ain't getting weird. We about to get wild, dog.
Wild card, bitches!
Yeah, wild card, bitches.
Yep.
That is exactly where we're at. And you can tell because everything on the screen says it now.
Yeah, pretty much everything.
Sorry, I was jamming out to the music. God, I mean, that gets me hyped every time. Not going to lie. But yeah, wild card. This is the weekly segment where we get to kind of pick whatever the fuck we want to talk about. And lately, it's been about a few things kind of on the people's minds. Don't freak out because of who's in president, and don't freak out because of anything else that might be going on in the fantasy world. But Josh, you want to hit that drop, or you want me to?
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
What you got for?
do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do. Flip out, man.
Yeah. Love that. I love that drop. Anyway, so this is the panic meter. Because after week one, you've gone all probably a couple months, I would expect, or a month of just studying, going through all the game tapes, doing all your prep, and you think you came out of the draft and you nailed it. And then they did the thing that we love that they do, but we hate that they do because the human element comes in, which is actually playing the games. And then you sit there and go, I'm trading everyone. I'm dropping everyone. I'm getting on the waiver wire and just picking up people because they're all worth it shit. Especially if your first overall pick went to crap. So this is the panic meter. And I will give you one to, let's just say the Miami Dolphins, because the Miami Dolphins fans are panicking more than any other team in the league. The shout out to Jason. He's a Panthers fan. He's already dead inside. Like at least the Dolphins had some semblance of hope in the past few seasons.
Yeah, if you watch our draft special, he hates his professional football life right now as far as liking the Panthers.
We love you, Jason. All right, so you hate the Panthers and all that other stuff. But what I'm going to say is I'm not going to go through everyone. If you do want to know my panic meter, go ahead and put it in the chat. But I'm just going to list a few here. Bo Nix. So we're starting with the quarterbacks. Bo Nix. I'm going to rate him a 4 because he hardly threw the ball down the field and also was picked off. I expect him to take a sophomore slump for a second. So as far as like J.J. McCarthy or any other those quarterbacks you want to stash just in case this is a trend with the sophomore slump. So that's why I'm putting him at 4. So I'm not too sure of him, but I'm putting it high enough to where you might want to stash a quarterback. Dak, I'm putting it 2. He played fine. His receivers just didn't catch the ball. Ken Walker, I'm putting this at a 6 because if you look, he literally split carries 50-50 with Zach Charbonnet. Zach Charbonnet had better stats. Now, this could be just a 1-week thing, and they just went with the hot hand. But the thing is if you're doing hot hands, you rather not have Ken Walker on your team or Zach Charbonnet. I would hold on to both of them, but I would still be panicking because you spent more for Ken Walker than you did for Zach Charbonnet. And then I kind of lumped some of these in. Nico, Jamar Chase, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. I put it at 2. Wide receivers do have weird off weeks. Bengals did this last year, like in the first couple of weeks, even with Jamar, he still went off. The only thing I would say with the Eagles is they're so predominantly focused on Saquon Barkley and their run game, and plus Jalen Hurts is so good with his legs. I'm still not too worried about them because they're too talented and the Eagles are too good to take them away. But yeah, I guess AJ Brown would be the one I would panic with because he only literally had 1 target. It was the least amount of targets he's ever had in his career since he's been in the league. So that's weird. Tyreek Hill, he's a 6 because he's on the Dolphins and Tua's terrible. And he didn't play very well last year. But Tyreek, I've said it before on our preview draft show. He's one of those guys that either you are taking a chance. This is your gamble from where you get him because you're not like trying to overcome. You're thinking maybe he might have it left in the tank. Maybe he might do an Aaron Rodgers and throw for 4 touchdowns. I mean, as far as the equivalent of what Aaron Rodgers is doing as a quarterback. Packers receivers, I put at a 5. They spread the ball around, and the defense will make the defense that they have now with Michael Parsons will make them more conservative. Jordan Love only threw the ball 22 times in their blowout win against the Lions, and it takes the rookies some time to get going. So there's always that one rookie receiver that kind of hits the ground running. Ibuka's this year. Last year was Malik Neighbors. The year before that, Justin Jefferson. Like a couple years, it was Justin Jefferson. Jamar Chase did it. So they just hit the ground running. But most of the time, it takes a little bit. I mean, Brian Thomas Jr., for example, last year, he ended up being a great wide receiver, but he really didn't get going until like 6 or 7 weeks in. Yeah. So that's what I got. I know I probably should have stopped and gone over some things with you. But
No. You're good. Final play of the game, and they're pitching it back, and it's done. Game over. Vikings win 27-24 against the Bears. And really kind of a comeback game because they were down for a good portion, if not all of the game, up until the end of the third, going into the fourth quarter. But
They still suck.
Yeah, still a sloppy match by both of them. But yeah, no, I mean, kind of what you're talking about. AJ Brown was one that stuck out to me. And so, I mean, for AJ Brown, I mean, last year, game 1, he got 20.4 points. Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing to compare. But he also did get injured. And he sat out for, 3 weeks. Then he had the bye. But after that, he got 20.7, 17, 10. He had a 4-point against Jacksonville, 13, 9, 19, 21, 19. I mean, he's still going to be a good player for you. But he is 28 years old. So maybe take it a little bit easy, working on some other things in the offense that maybe they know doesn't work as well.
Right.
Who knows? But yeah, I definitely would not panic about AJ. But do you take advantage of people that are panicking at this point, right? Like you see people throw up immediately. I mean, there's some people on the other side where after Javonte Williams scored 2 touchdowns, they're like, well, here we go. Trade Javonte Williams, right? Because it's the highest his stock is going to be. Who do you think you can sneak away from someone if they're panicking about AJ Brown or somebody else?
I mean, you could probably sneak away Devontae Smith.
Yeah. I think the wide receiver 2, running back 2s that have a lot of high end or high side and targets. I think those would be the best ones because the bell cows that people drafted the first, second round, they're probably going to really hold them close, close to the chest. But yeah, man, I love it. And what else you got on the wild card?
Yeah, I mean, the Packers receivers.
Yeah,
I want to kind of emphasize again what I meant by the Packers receivers is because they spread. Like he only threw the ball 22 times, Jordan Love. Like you really didn't have to throw it that much. Kind of what Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown and Devontae Smith is going through. Like they don't have to throw it that much because their defense is that good. And so once they get up to it, and Josh Jacobs is such a bell cow, as you were saying, so they're kind of, I mean, they're different shade of green, but they're both kind of the same as far as their offense. Like if I have, you don't know who to pick up. Like Jaden Reed got the touchdown this week. Next week it might be Wicks. The next week it might be Romeo Doubs. The next week it might be Matthew Golden. The next week, and Tucker Kraft, same thing as a tight end. Like they spread the ball around with their offense, and once they get up in a certain surmountable lead, I mean they don't have to be aggressive and throw down the field. And plus, Jordan Love does have the yips sometimes when it comes to throwing interceptions. He's he's basically another Brett Favre in that situation. Like he is kind of a gunslinger. So he'll give you the chances, but that's why they want to keep, they don't want to throw the ball 35 times just because of his interception prone self. So, and Ken Walker is, if I'm Zach Charbonnet, I'm actually kind of excited because you got great value for Zach Charbonnet.
Oh yeah, we did. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. But looks like now that the game is over, a couple of people snuck into the top 10. What 2 players do you think got into the top 10 of their respective position? One from each side of the team, by the way.
JJ McCarthy, because he had a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown. I think he might have snuck in. Well, no, he probably didn't get over Baker. Aaron Jones probably snuck in over Achane. And I guess Justin Jefferson.
You would hope so, but absolutely not.
Right.
It was actually just both quarterbacks. Caleb Williams actually got more than J.J. McCarthy. Williams got 58 rushing yards for 1 touchdown, while McCarthy had 25 for 1 touchdown. And then Williams also had 20 completions for 191 yards and 1 touchdown, while J.J. McCarthy had 13 completions for 143 yards and 2 touchdowns. Both are top 10 finishes. Really, J.J.'s right out. They bumped Baker Mayfield out of the top 10. But yeah, I mean, not terrible showings, even though it wasn't the best of matches, but also it really wasn't the best of high production weeks. I mean, last year we saw historically low numbers, right? I mean, you remember that time? It was back whenever we were just praying for any touchdown from anybody,
right?
Regardless if it was our side or not. And then it was week 3 or 4? Finally, people started scoring. So that kind of goes right along with what you're talking about as far as not hitting the panic meter. I do love that gauge, by the way. Is it DEFCON, right? I mean, is it like one worse or 10's the worst, right? Because you're
10's the worst, yeah.
Cranking it, the loudness, right? The volume, cranking up to 11. But yeah, don't freak out, guys. Don't do it.
No,
it's not worth it.
It's chill. Now, if there are certain times it becomes a trend, and the panic meter will go up. But that's where I'm at right now, because we've all been there in our fantasy days. After this guy sucked, and then you drop him, and he's finishes the top 15 in his respective position. So, same thing. I've got Bo Nix in multiple leagues. I'm not freaking out.
You're not going to do what I think you're going to do.
So, but I will wave away.
Oh. Hey, guess what time it is?
Yep.
Time for waivers, baby. Wrong button. God. This fucking thing, dude. You're going to have to hit it for me.
Okay. Hello. We got the waivers, ladies and gentlemen. We got the waivers. That's right. Tvshka had to pop out because of technical difficulties. He'll be back in the second areas.
Much fun. Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, we are in the waiver wires, and just kind of take a look at who's hot, who's not.
Who's out the stores?
Really, the first of the year, you're still looking at undrafted gems, right? Which we talked about the last couple of weeks. You're looking at some of these rookie sensations that are showing out, even some of these new acquisitions that might be taking a little bit more of a target share than we really anticipated or kind of thought they would. And so this, ladies and gentlemen, this is what the whole season's about. This right here, this next few weeks are vital to your success. Okay. So be paying attention to the waiver wire. Be bold with your fab. I do kind of like the sentiment that you can't take it with you in the postseason kind of thing. So get it now. So you have a postseason to go for. And I know I've got a few. We've talked about it off screen. But Josh, go ahead and pick 2 people out that you were excited to be targeting, even though we got people in our league watching right now that are actually going to go ahead and pick those people. You know what I mean? It's annoying.
Yeah. Obviously, if Bill Krosky is available, pick his butt up.
Right. I can't imagine.
I don't see why.
Yeah.
He's been
Every
picked
draft
up
I've
in
seen,
every
it's
league,
been going.
every draft. But if Bill Krosky, for some reason, is on your waiver wire, he should be numero uno as far as running backs are concerned. You could take a stab at Kenneth Gainwell because he is being game scripted in, especially if you're a Caleb Johnson owner being like, what's going on with that?
That's so rough to do, though.
Miles Sanders if Jadon Blue comes back, Miles Sanders will be irrelevant. So he's going to be more of a spot start. Again, Dallas it's not predominantly a good offensive running team anyway. Javonte Williams was in the top 10, but I don't expect him to be that way. Yes, I am a Cowboys fan, and I'm not going to I've been heartbroken so much. I'm just going to call it like I see it. But yeah, those are the guys that I would have as far as running back wise, because no one else is going to be like, if you have, even with McNichols, even with Austin Eckler getting banged up, they're going to put Rodriguez back in there because he was a healthy scratch because Krosky was so good. So I don't expect that. So with me, if you don't have Bill Krosky, pick his butt up.
Yeah. No, I like that. Bill Krosky is a worthy opponent, adversary, but also very worthy ally. So definitely.
He could build a snowman in the rain.
Yeah. He won a staring contest with the sun.
Yeah.
I think that was the one he did today. Like,
when he's in class, the teachers raise their hand to ask him a question.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that might have been yesterday's. Shout out, footballers. You guys do an incredible job. But yeah, I mean, I'm super intrigued about a couple of wide receivers, man.
Yeah.
And they're the talk of the town. I mean, every channel's, really, this has been the number one and number two. I watched the game and immediately had the same thought and was like, oh, I'm going to get on the waiver wire. No one's going to know about this. And everybody knows about it because it's Quentin Johnson, man, and Hollywood Brown. That Friday night matchup, you have Xavier Worthy going down because Travis Kelce, to some, was jealous. And that's why he took him out. So it should be a couple weeks for him. But you still have the suspension from Rashid Rice. And Juju Smith-Schuster, not as productive. I mean, has a role. Is definitely probably a veteran leader in the locker room, but on the field, nah, not as much. And Holly Brown is going to be the guy. And they relied on him then. He got 21 points, was in the top 10, right? And Quentin Johnson, man, I mean, 25 points, 5 receptions off 7 targets, only 7 targets.
Yeah.
Right. But 2 touchdowns. And that's what I really want to hit hard on for me is Quentin Johnson. I'm a homer for my Chiefs, but at the same time, I would rather have Johnston over Brown. Josh, what say you, bud?
Yeah, because Hollywood Brown is, 1, he's injury prone, and 2, he'll be good for the next 2 or 3 weeks. But I think Johnston's a long-term play.
Yep.
Obviously, with now Keenan Allen being back, it might take a little bit of pressure off of Johnson. And Keenan Allen is up there in age. So Johnson, if he's on your waiver wire, yes, take a stab at him, pick him up because he's a long-term, whereas Hollywood is a short-term.
Yep. Sorry about that. Still got a little bit of some burrito in my teeth. But Quentin Johnson, I mean, just looking at his last year, whenever kind of really, because I would just remember, like, he was the guy that couldn't catch. He couldn't get touchdowns. He dropped balls. I mean, he wasn't seeing ghosts, but maybe a ghost diddled him or something. I don't know. But like, he just couldn't hold on to anything to save his life. That was always the joke. And then last year, kind of reversed it towards the end of the season. Excuse me. But looking at 2024, week 2, he had 22 points. Yeah. Right. Very similar to today, 25. Right. Off of that, he only had 6 targets. Right. And so looking at that week to week, it was 5 targets, 6 targets, 2 targets, 5, 4. He was out 2 weeks with an injury, then 5 target, 2, 8, 5, 4, 7, 10, 6, 8, and then 14 freaking targets in the final game against a division opponent when it mattered to be able to try to be competitive for a spot in the wild card. And he got 32.6 points.
Yep.
So the floor, it's probably going to be like 2 points.
Yeah.
But so was A.J. Brown's floor, apparently now, right?
You wouldn't expect it to be, but it is.
Yeah. But the high side, 32, a freaking 30 burger, bro. Come on now.
No,
we getting 3 beef patties right there. That's a triple.
He's gonna be the receiver that you can at least consistently go, okay, I got a spot start. I got Johnson. I'm gonna throw it in there. But he could be in that Gabe Davis meter of you can't pick the right week.
Don't you say that? Don't you say those words to me, boy?
I won't say it because you know it's true.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I can't even say his name. Feel nasty. But yeah, it's going to be the headache of, all right, putting you in, man, you did good. And then he shits the bed and it's like, well, this other person's got a better matchup. So they're projected to be more per the app. So I'm going to put them in. And then he's going to go off for 15, 20 points while the other person shits the bed. And it's going to be whack-a-mole. And if you're just in the wrong rhythm with them, it could be annoying. But I mean, right now, I would love that. I would freaking love that because I had so many people shit the bed. Golden, right? Rookie, but it's got a little red ankle issue going on, right?
Yep.
Only getting 3 points there. Olave, right? Good player, veteran on the back end, maybe. I mean, he's only 25, but that offense is just not what it is.
It's so bad.
So So I'm looking for people to put in, right? I'm looking, actively seeking value to add to either fill in voids or to be able to build up trade equity
Yep.
to get the premier players whenever they do get injured for 3 weeks and that person needs somebody and they're in contention and maybe you are sitting pretty good. But I love Johnston. That's definitely going to be my pick. What's another one that you got that you're kind of eyeing?
Wandale Robinson for the Giants because I think the days are limited for Russell Wilson. I think they're going to go Jackson Dart, and they are scheming Wandale a lot. So I would take a stab at Wandale Robinson as far as I would stash him just to see.
Yeah.
If you're not if you have a Chris Godwin on your team and you can't put him on IR, I just go ahead and take a stab at Wandale and stash him because who knows what Chris Godwin's going to be when he gets back. Real quick here, Jake Hupp was asking another waiver question. Would you drop Hooch drop Downs? McCarthy, are you saying Josh Downs?
Are you saying that he has Downs? What are we talking about?
Well, I know he said he started.
No, I'm saying like Down syndrome.
Yeah, I got you. I was listening to you, but I wanted to laugh, but then I was like, pay attention. And then if you started McCarthy tonight, so you're I mean,
he did it right for you, man.
Yeah, I mean, obviously one has Justin Jefferson, the other one doesn't. And one's a rookie and one's been in the league for a while. And he still holds on the ball too much. And one lost the game and one rallied back and won it even after starting out really badly. So if you're asking me right now, gun to my head, I'm taking McCarthy because they both had a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, and got Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, I would drop Josh
Hawkinson. You got a better tight end situation there. Ben Johnson, it's his first year head coaching. He's still got some maturing and kind of growth in that specific area to do. Not that he can't do it, he just has to do it. And on the other side, man, you got AOC, who was just what is this? 5 years with AOC? Been there for a good portion. So it's established, right? Well oiled, right? That's why they went pretty deep they went to the playoffs, and people were expecting them to go pretty deep. Here we go. He's talking about his league, half PPR, 12-man. Awesome. Good job filling out that roster. Pick 7. Did you already? Oh, so you did. You were pick 7. All right. So he's giving us his whole thing.
Yeah.
The 2 flex. I did like the 2 flex.
Okay. He's got Bill Crosby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're good, man.
Yeah. You've got
Adunze is the one I've got question marks about that I don't like to really chase, but I think you might differ than me, right, Josh, on that one?
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Adunze.
Okay. Yeah, so we're in agreement.
I'm a bigger fan of Matthew Gold. I'm just not a big fan of the receiving cores around him. I think Dunze is fine. I don't trust Caleb Williams. I know I like Ben Johnson. I just don't trust Caleb Williams. It's not.
Bro, if you drafted Dylan Sampson, good on you.
Yeah.
Good on you for that, man.
Yeah. Because he's going to be
Packers
fine.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, you're good.
You must have drafted this or knowing that Micah Parsons was going to go. I was
man.
A couple people that were just like they're Packer fans, and I was like, just draft the Packers. And they're like, I was like, just draft the Packers. This was before, and then Micah Parsons happened. I was like, they're like, did you know? I was like, no, but I'm a Cowboys fan, so if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen to me.
It's gonna happen to you. We had one that we did a redraft. Because some people, or a good portion of the league didn't see the memo, and it was a weird time. It was like 11 o'clock, 11:30 at night. But it was part of the casino group, so you got a lot of people that work at night, and so we did a redraft, and it was after that. So okay, well, that's probably going to be the top one everybody's going to go for now. Drafted Wednesday before game 1. Nice, up to the wire.
That's why I got the Packers D. So he's not as Nostradamus as I thought he was.
Yeah. Right. But jumping back, kind of see if we caught up on anything. Gift just saying Mason. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, Jordan. I'm excited if I'm Jordan Mason owner for what I'm seeing tonight. Like Aaron Jones still got his, but if I'm a Jordan Mason owner, I am happy with him. You could, if you think you can talk somebody out of it, if they're struggling with running backs, you could probably get some trade value out of him. Honestly, not to me. I'm fine, but thank you for shopping. But I would potentially, if you have him in other leagues, I would try and shop him. You might get a little bit of value if you're a good salesman. Yes, Caleb Johnson. I didn't have him on my panic meter, but it should have been. He's a 7.5. Just because he's a rookie, though. That's the thing. He's a rookie,
and he was a late pick. I think I got him in like the 10th round, like 9th.
Yeah. So I mean, I would still. He's still healthy. He's just not getting the ball. And Kenneth Gainwell, you can pick up now, but I don't know if he's the 17 weeks. Kenneth Gainwell. So
that RJ Harvey though.
I'm still not a believer in RJ Harvey.
No, okay.
But I mean,
hey, he picked it up when nobody else did.
The Broncos' offense was just so anemic.
Yeah, they were hot and cold. Then they were yes, and then they were no.
Yeah.
Ryan, welcome to the chat, bud. Aaron Jones knocked me out with that last touchdown. Yeah, that's right.
Ryan, I feel your pain. It literally happened to me too. In my big league, I was up by a lot, and then Josh Allen and Aaron Jones happened, and I lost by 1 point.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, kind of getting back to the waivers. Did you say your other player? What you were looking at?
Yeah, so it was Wan'Dale Robinson.
Wan'Dale, yeah, and that's if he's available. I drafted him. I think it was in the redraft. I think the first draft I got Wan'Dale. I sent you the picture of that roster.
Yes,
I was excited for that roster. But it was because everybody else was on auto draft. So that was a redraft. But Wan'Dale, if he is available, definitely pick him up.
Yeah, I mean he went 6. I mean he had 6 targets he had 8 for 6, 55. I mean I know 55. Shout out to ballers. But I know. But as far as a stash player, that you're getting nothing out of your other like Marvin Mims. He's still being freaking like Marvin Mims was. Not him as a player, but just their targets. I don't know what's going on. But if you have Marvin Mims, I might make a move.
Yep. So a couple that we talked about in the top 10 a little bit. Jawan Johnson. They're with the Saints.
Yep.
Should be on your waiver wire. And then also Harold Fannin.
Yep.
They're with Cleveland, right? Flacco is going to be the guy for as long as he can do it.
Yeah.
And you've got to be excited about that if you have anybody. Another one is Noah Fant.
Hold on for a second.
Something about Flacco that I missed. I can't quite put my finger on it, but there was something I trusted more about Flacco.
Something about Flacco, man. Yeah. I was good. Noah Fant, though, man. Coming over from Seattle.
Yep.
Right? There to the Bengals.
He's always like Noah Fant ever since he's been in the league has either been your starter or the guy you're like, I got to pick up a tight end. Oh, Noah Fant's available. Yeah. I mean, he is that tweener of if you're in a starting lineup, you're like, cool. If he's not in your starting lineup, you're not like, oh, darn, I should have picked up Noah Fant. Like he gets
all right, so Johnny Smith or Noah Fant?
Johnny Smith. What are we talking about?
But I mean, historically, Johnny Smith has kind of been like Noah Fant too.
He was great last year, and he's back with his best buddy Arthur Smith, which just makes it even. Like,
oh my God!
Unless Aaron Rodgers ayahuasca's Arthur Smith and he forgets how to play call, Johnny Smith will be the dude.
I love it. Go back before. I mean, Smith was always on the waivers, undrafted. Week 2, 3, 4, he's still there, and it's like, man, he's got a game. He's had one good game. So Noah Fant might be the new Smith, but I'm kind of excited for this guy's opportunity. We're talking about Jake Tongues, and they're with the San Francisco 49ers. If just the catch itself doesn't sell you on him, I don't know what will. Absolute dog going up and snatching it pretty much out of the safety or defensive back's hands there for the game-winning touchdown, I believe, or at least one of them late that kind of really kind of solidified that win against the Seahawks. But if you're in that situation and you need a tight end, I mean, hopefully you have a spot or two on your roster that you're kind of seeing like a little bit like a rental, right? Where you're able to play with that space a little bit and it's not as dire. If you were a rock star and absolutely crushed your draft, and you've got nothing but some baddies, then don't do anything. Just write it out. Write it out. Let everybody else, let all the rest of us that are 0-1 be the ones freaking out and really trying to scrape together that waiver wire. But if you do have a strong team and you just have an empty spot, you might be a good pickup just to kind of see what that looks like. Dynasty, right? What does it look like for Dynasty with that gentleman? Because Kittle not getting younger, right? And I believe
a lot of fab are going to be spent on him now. Brock Purdy's injury does scare me, but George Kittle's going to be out, and it's a hammy, and he's older. So we don't know how long that hammy. It could take him out the whole season. It could take him out 2 weeks. We do not know. But if Tonk shows out, which he did in this game for his standards, he definitely would be one to pick up for that. Which I know my dude Ryan here is definitely going to be picking him up because he needs to replace Kittle.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously, if Johnson is available, don't even think about Tonks. Just go with Johnson. Fan in as well.
I was going to say, what about Fan or Tongs?
Fan in.
Fan, okay.
The tight end for Cleveland, just because he literally had
he had
9 targets.
Yeah.
But Noah Fant, no, I'm taking Tongs over Noah Fant.
Okay. All right. We have business to talk about immediately after we get off, by the way. Tongs is available in the Dynasty.
Okay. Yeah. Don't tell anybody, especially
So is Noah Fant.
Okay. We're on the internet. It's a really good time.
But yeah, no, that's one guy, man. That was electric just to see that play, and in the highlights, and definitely be watching a little bit more of his tape. But definitely seek him out. Another wide receiver. What is going on here? Why? Oh, that's because I'm in the Dynasty League. I'm like, dude, why is there nobody on the wide receiver list right now?
No.
That's because I was in our Dynasty League.
Joshua Palmer.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Palmer. Another one, Dwayne Hopkins. DeAndre. I don't know why I said Dwayne. Yeah. I was thinking
Hopkins.
Debo,
yeah.
I guess.
But the thing is, DeAndre Hopkins is the same issue that you're running into with. It's going to be feast or famine with him.
Yeah.
Like did he have one catch for the touchdown, or did he have 2?
He had 2 receptions.
Yeah, 2. How many targets he had?
You were 100% wrong. 2 targets.
There you go. He was 2 for 2. Like when you throw it his direction, he's gonna catch it.
Yeah.
You just don't do it a lot.
Dude, that one-hander, like we were watching it live, man. That
it's a beautiful ball.
And honestly, it wasn't like, oh man, he did that. It was like, of course.
He put it right in his breast.
Hopkins catches now that he's not in Kansas City. But no, I mean that's one I want to shout out. One I got a really big question mark on is Calvin Austin with the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, getting 17 points, had 80% snap percentage, 6 targets. Right, we've just talked about D-Hop being, one of the legendary wide receivers of this generation, and only getting 2 targets. This guy's get 6. He had 4 receptions for 70 yards and 1 touchdown. For me, it's the Steelers aspect. I just don't know what to expect with the Steelers offense, because was it just a super energetic game where everybody was playing for Aaron against his former team and in his former stadium or house? Or are they legit and this is what it's going to look like? Or is Arthur Smith going to Arthur Smith it up and do some of the weirdest shit that he pulled in Atlanta that drove us crazy for the Bijan Robbins owners, the Drake London owners?
What Robbins is doing?
Say again? Yeah.
You see what Bijan Robbins is doing? Like, he's so good. Yeah. Like, no, Jonnu Smith.
But what do you think about Calvin Austin?
I would take
a worthy
pick at him.
Yeah.
I would take him over D-Hop. Just because of the 6 targets and the snap percentage.
Yeah.
But it's Aaron Rodgers is weird. Like when he trusts one receiver, that's who he goes to. I mean, DK Metcalf had to have had like 9 to 11 targets. Yeah. So he will go to DK. Like if I'm a DK owner, I'm excited.
Bro, that catch The bobble.
The
Oh,
bobble. Yeah.
love it. I've already clipped it out. It is going to be in the highlights for sure.
Yeah. But with Calvin Austin, like, I can understand if you want to stash him, but the Steelers are typically have been allergic to offense for a while. So, I mean, if you're asking me D-Hop over him, then I'd say, yeah, I would take Calvin.
Or just just thoughts on Austin in general. I mean, I like it. I'm probably going to have like 5 or 6 players queued up, honestly. Right? I'm going to have 2. I really only have 2 people maybe in most leagues to kind of work with as far as 2 spots that I don't mind letting go of. One of them I'm not a big fan of because I feel like he would be good stash for later. We talked about it earlier. But yeah, I mean, he would probably be in that queue list to try out, see what the next couple of weeks look like because all the other places are shored up and I'm comfortable with. But yeah, definitely be checking your waiver wire though, because we are getting at an hour and 25 minutes, man. I mean, we freaking did it just with 4 categories. And we are going to be having a final category, ladies and gentlemen. So let us know, what should we name it? We got to do the branding. We got to get everything updated. I mean, 4th and 20 might be kind of it.
Yeah.
That's where we got to take an edible or something. Who knows?
I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, we've also had, the last drive, the final stand, kind of finale, we've been looking at different ones. But yeah, let us know in the chat if you got any ideas for sure. And did we get to everybody's questions? I know I see a few from Ryan, so I don't know what you thought of.
Fanning, Fant, Johnson. I mean, I would do Johnson, Fanning, Fant as far as 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
I would just do that. So hopefully Fanning, like when Isaiah Likely went off, and then because typically it's Njoku's team, but Fanning was getting all the targets, so it's really weird. But I right now, tight ends are just so weird. If you're not named Brock Bowers or Trey McBride, I forget who else was in the top there for a second.
Come on, Laporta. Don't disrespect my guy. I mean, yeah, the Lions. That's a whole conversation. That is a whole conversation.
Tyler Warren is what I wanted to point at. Tyler Warren.
Tyler Warren's so good.
He's so good. Sometimes I'm just like, man, I'm tired of being right. Like, just maybe watching college football does pay off in the fantasy world.
I mean, you get a sneak preview. You got something to base it off of.
Yeah.
It can be misleading. Shook.
Sometimes it can.
It can be misleading. Rattler. It can be Actually, I knew Rattler wasn't going to be much just from his days in Oklahoma. I mean, he lost the job. I don't know, to this guy named Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
No big. But yeah, the final yard, maybe, man.
Maybe.
But Ryan, you talk about fab leagues, man. I'm probably gonna budget about half of my fab to spend. Not on one player. This one's a 200 fab limit, which I kind of like. But I'm about to probably budget about half. Because if I'm able to get, a couple of really good players that have promise and early on, I want to strike when the iron's hot. Mm-hmm. And the footballers, I mean, we mentioned it last week, the week before, but they put out the statistic that majority of the time your week 1 standouts are the ones that continue that productivity throughout the season. It may not be perfect, may be up and down, but overall per game and really just kind of perception, they're going to be able to produce more for you. So spend it. You got fab, spend it. You got waiver wires, fill it. Get about 5 or 10 options, okay? Make sure you're coming away with somebody this weekend that you have faith in, that you have some hope in. And Josh, I mean, what can we expect this week to have faith and have hope in here at Ruckus Entertainment and Variety?
Well, you can have faith that we'll be doing Rev Sports Wrap It Up to wrap up everything else. I mean, the U.S. Open just wrapped up. So we'll go over that, talk about every single non-second that I watched of it because I was watching football. But shout out to Alcaraz. I think he's the next great one that's going to conquer at least men's tennis. for that. And then we will go over the women's as well. I can't pronounce her last name. My apologies. I really can't. But she's awesome. And then we'll also be going over that. All other sports, obviously, baseball is getting ready to get into the postseason. The Mets are crumbling. It's kind of funny. And then on Thursday, me and Justin Toner will be doing Ruckus Wrestling at 8 Central, 9 o'clock Eastern. We'll go over everything that's going on in the world of wrestling, especially between the weeks for every Thursday. So we kind of wrap up the shows in between and then go over any news that has popped up within that week. And then we have our book. Me and Soul just wrapped up another episode of
Stop. Just stop. Stop it, Gif. You cut off.
Hey, moderator GIF, moderate yourself.
All right.
Anyway, before I was really interrupted by actually a funny joke.
Congratulations.
Anyway, we wrapped up the book club. We got another book coming up. We always do it every first Friday of every month. We do that. And then every Monday, you get us faces. We get us 16 more weeks, or at least ish, depending on when your playoffs are going on. But we'll come in with you every Monday for our Fantasy F around at 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern to give you help you out with all your fantasy leagues and have some fun.
Yeah. Did you say coming and fun?
Oh, shit.
What are you doing? What are you doing, Smith? What are you doing, you fucking creep? Oh my gosh. So
Porn
crazy.
stash and whatever that was.
Whatever it is. We love you guys. Y'all take care. We're going to see you on the next one. Definitely check the Discord. We'll see you next week. Peace. Stop. Stop it. Stop. Stop. Okay, Brian, you're in it now too. Son of a bitch.